while when it comes to nudity, the Germans are, take it off! Take it off! Well, hey guys, welcome to Aufstehen Productions. My name is Milan and this is
Pia.
And this is a video series about us telling the difference and taking a look at the difference between living in the US and living in Germany. We both grew up in Germany. I've been living here in the US for 7 years now, and Pia has been living here for
about 10 years.
A decade now. Calling someone old. Anyways, so in this video we'll be talking all about
TV, film, and everything that goes with it.
Let's start this. Number 1. The first thing I wanted to point out that most of the media you consume in Germany actually is in German. Mm-hmm. So even if you watch a big blockbuster movie like The Avengers in a movie theater in Germany, it's going to be in German. Someone is voiced over that, and that's a big thing in Germany.
Huge.
I'm surprised of how many Americans I meet that are surprised by that fact, but I think it makes sense.
I think it's not as common maybe for other countries, but in Germany, literally everything is dubbed.
Yes.
So if you watch Avengers, if you watch CSI Miami, or whatever you watch, it's dubbed. And the interesting part, I think, is also that only a certain amount of big voice actors in Germany.
You would hear a voice and be like, oh, that's Bruce Willis's voice.
Yes.
Yeah, so you'd be like, oh, that's this person's voice. And I do have to say, however, there is the option nowadays even more than in Germany. If there's a big blockbuster movie coming out, you can watch it in the original version in the movie theaters now. They do offer that where you can watch the English version. I think a lot of people still opt for the German version just because it's easier for them to understand, and I understand,
Well, because for us now, if I would watch, for example, Dragon Ball Z in English,
I won't let you get away with this!
It sounds so weird to me.
Yeah.
Ah, du elender Feigling! War doch noch fast ein Kind!
This also, by the way, pertains to like video games, books, anything like that. This is not just movies, it's mostly anything that you consume is available in German as well. If it's popular enough to be translated.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's also always done in Hochdeutsch, which is the standard German dialect, pretty much.
Correct.
But then there's also German TV and German movies that are being created, which are also available. But I would think that it's almost 50-50.
Correct.
I'm not aware of what the current TV landscape is, but from what I hear from like our mom, I think it's fairly even. There's a lot of German product which is coming out, which I think is amazing. And then there's also still a lot of American shows and stuff on TV.
Yeah. Number 2, let's talk about watching TV at home and commercial breaks, because there's a big difference.
Huge difference. For example, in Germany, when you watch TV, commercial breaks are less, but they're longer. So you can actually go to the restroom, you can make a popcorn or make a sandwich or something, and you have enough time to do all those things, and then you come back and then you have another like 20 minutes of showtime. I think it was like every 20-ish minutes.
I think commercial breaks are anywhere between 5 to 7 minutes long, I'd say.
Yeah, but every in 20-minute intervals.
It could have changed in the last years, obviously, but it's a lot less commercial breaks than how it is here in the US, which is also the main reason why I never watch live TV here, because it's like every 2 seconds.
Yes, that's true. Not only are in Germany the commercial breaks far fewer in number and also longer, but then there's also some TV channels, they don't have commercial breaks unless it's in between programming. For example, those are the big public TV channels like ARD, ZDF, and then there's some ZDF, and there's some like local ones or some other branches of it, but those are like the 2 main ones, and they're always number 1 and number 2. Weil mit dem zweiten sieht man besser.
Okay, we're not sponsored by them, clearly. But the big thing is, in Germany, you also pay a fee, a yearly fee for it. It's not that this is just free TV that they provide. It is you pay the GEZ Steuer, and that includes the second channel, and then all their sub variations of that.
And radio.
And because it is a public channel, they're not allowed to, I think, advertise within the program. And I think that's right, because you also pay for it.
Yeah.
So.
Number 3.
Okay. I wasn't quite sure if you were going to say something else.
The number 3 is the content of commercials. It's very different.
Yes.
For example, in Germany, there are actual laws that companies in commercials cannot bash each other. They cannot make fun of each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know how over here, there's sometimes like Pepsi versus Coke, like kind of like battling, and not even like subtle. It's like right on the money.
Yes. Right.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Right on the
Right
money,
on
guys.
the money. But in Germany, that's completely illegal.
Yeah.
And then also, you don't get as many medicine commercials in Germany at all. There's only a couple if it's like something you can buy actually on the shelves in the store, but nothing that you need a prescription for.
Yes.
Ever. Like, I've never seen that the way it is here when they also list all the side effects and everything. That doesn't exist.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's very odd. That's probably one of the first things I've noticed in American TV, like the whole medication thing, and lawyers.
Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of the lawyer
Always
thing.
like, and it's always kind of like homemade, like this. I mean, no judgment. It's just something that like I observed.
Yeah, that makes sense for sure.
Number 4, in the U.S. in German TV, there are 2, I think, really big differences. Games and TV shows and movies might be more censored when it comes to violence in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
While when it comes to nudity, the Germans are, take it off! Take it off! While in the US, nudity is something that is a no-go. Like, for example, there's this channel, I remember, I don't know if it's still around, it's called Eurosport in Germany. So most of the time they would just show different sports throughout the day, from all different things. And then usually right around like midnight, after 1-ish, you turn on the channel. It's a very different channel now. It's a very different channel. It's a bunch of naked ladies trying to get you to call them. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah.
I think those are definitely 2 huge points that I noticed as well, especially the nudity thing.
Yeah.
I never noticed it until I went back to Germany and saw TV again, that's much more prevalent.
Yes.
But because it's more considered a natural thing.
Yeah,
nudity.
they have also nude beaches too. It's a lot more a thing in Germany.
Exactly.
So here in the US, they're more prude when it comes to nudity, and in Germany, they're more like, no violence, no thank you.
Yes. Number 5. The other big difference is profanity on the television screen, movie screen, and also in music.
Correct. The big difference is that in Germany, you can say whatever you want on TV. You can say You can say the F word, you can say the C word, you can say the P word, which is Pia. In the US, it is very much limited what you can say, even on the radio.
Mm-hmm. But in the radio, it also depends on what state you're in, I think.
Yes, because, that's the one Drake song.
Yeah, exactly. We noticed it moving from the
Florida,
East Coast to the West Coast.
To the West Coast. But
It's different.
It's very different. But yeah, in the US, you're not allowed to say certain things on TV. It's frowned upon, or you're going to be bleeped out, and even the mouth is blurred.
Mm.
But in Germany, if you want to say, F this mother effing, this is my new band called Cisco.
Motherfucker, fuck the fucking world, and my new band is called Cisco.
Number 6. News on German television. It's very different. We don't have any, I think, local TV channels that constantly give you news updates, traffic updates, and everything all day. In the evening, there's, for example, from 8 to 8:15 is like the general news slot. And then what we always watch before that, from 7:45 to 8 p.m. was more like the local state news. And then before that, there's also some kind of different news channel like celebrity news and all of those kinds of things, but it's not throughout the day constantly.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes some TV channels have like a little blurb. There's not a TV channel that shows news every day unless it's N24.
Yeah.
But that's one channel.
But I do have to say this also is because the US is so big. Because Germany is a very small country.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their population is a little bit over 80 million, but like it's so small. Like Germany fits into Texas.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
And it's so small. I think it also has something to do with that.
I mean, yeah, but also like news is not as sensationalized, I think, possibly.
Yeah, that's true.
To sum it all up, German TV versus US TV is definitely very different. We also have a lot less channels, but we do definitely show quite a lot of American TV as well.
It just takes some time to get there.
Yeah, there's definitely a delay.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But we still provide great television. It kept us entertained for many years, so we appreciate you, Germany. Thank you so much.
And thank you to also the US, because I think without you guys, we wouldn't have Netflix, Hulu. I couldn't live without it now.
No.
We don't actually have cable. We only have Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon.
And Disney Plus.
Okay.